But okay, do you guys know what Bumble is by chance? Are you guys familiar with the platform Bumble? For you who do not know in chat, Bumble is a dating platform. It's not exactly like Tinder. It's not exactly like Grindr or any of these other apps, but it's kind of like it, but with more detail, and it's basically for dating. It's less of a hookup app, right? Anyway, so somebody was on Bumble and decided that they were going to indict themselves in federal crimes by participating in the riots on January 6th and tell the person they were flirting with about how they stormed the Capitol as a pickup line. And then they were caught. It's a strong opening line, a strong move, most certainly. I don't know how effective it was, but it was certainly effective in getting him caught. So let's hear about this quick.
January 6th insurrection at the Capitol. Federal prosecutors have charged over 400 rioters. The Department of Justice is now saying they expect the number to rise to at least 500. Writing in court documents filed last night, the huge and complex investigation continues.
Yes, as the investigation continues, we continue to learn that there is no low for these insurrectionists. And this particular story will make you realize they're even dumber than you think. Welcome into TYT Overruled. I'm Adrienne Lawrence. A week after the insurrection of January 6th, a gentleman named Robert Chapman tried to spark a love connection on the dating app Bumble. He went and bragged in someone's DMs about breaking.
Let me say, you know what, you're bragging. So what do you do when you go into somebody, you try to, like, you know, make them feel interested in you? What's a cute pickup line you can throw? An interesting fact about yourself, maybe some of your likes and dislikes, maybe a comment about their hair, like, oh, you have very pretty hair. That's the stuff I usually try to lead with. What did this individual lead with?
Tried to spark a love connection on the dating app Bumble. He went and bragged in someone's DMs about breaking into the Capitol. You won't believe what has happened to Chapman since, but check out what he wrote. I did storm the Capitol. I made it all the way to the Statutory Hall. Did an interview with Robert O'Murrow of the Washington Post. Also did an online interview with Jess Brevins of the Wall Street Journal.
Okay, so number one, here's the first thing. Before anything else, did Robert here, this wonderful individual who's down bad? Well, chat's right. What's pictured here is somebody who was down bad. Did they think that bringing this up at any point was like a good flirty move? Like people were going to hear this and be like, ooh, yeah, oh yes, please, I want my boyfriend to be in the middle of a federal investigation and involve themselves and rioting, like, ooh, yeah, overthrow the government? Oh, hell yeah, that's cool. Storming the Capitol, delaying the certification of our president? Oh yes, I love it when people attack democracy directly. Not gonna work with about 99% of people. So number one, I'm curious as to why he ever brought it up in the first place. But he might match with the FBI. That's a good point, chat. He might match with the FBI. The FBI and him might match 100%, you know? Don't know why we'd bring it up. Number two, don't know why he'd give so much detail instead of just, yeah, I stormed it. So not only did he bring it up, he confirms he stormed the Capitol, tells exactly what room he made it to, what area he made it to, talks about exactly the name and the organization of the person he talked to, and then says afterwards another person he talked to after the fact about it, and the organization they were from as well. He might as well have just posted a picture of him there storming the Capitol. All it would take is one person to send this to authorities and boom. Magadating.com, is this a thing? Please tell me this isn't a thing. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, I was worried for a second. Look. This guy's down bad. He's down real bad. A moment of silence for another man down bad. Amen.
Now his love interest responds with, "We are not a match." Well, if that wasn't getting curbed, I don't know what was. But this jackass ended up getting caught by the feds because his love interest tipped off law enforcement and offered up those DMs. They were able to connect him to Capitol Police body cam footage.
You know, you ever hear about like thinking with your big head instead of your small head? This is the biggest example of that. Imagine needing it so bad, wanting it so bad that and after storming the Capitol, you just give everybody all the evidence needed to send you away for a long time. Homeless Wolverine over here really should have reconsidered ever making a Bumble account if he can't keep quiet from how many insurrections he's participated in for like a split second and sending it to strangers on the internet. Is it the small head though? For him it is. Oh, certainly.
So on Thursday, the FBI took a trip to upstate New York, arresting Chapman, who happened to already have a rap sheet. Wonder if he uses this 2017 mugshot in his profile pic. The feds charged Chapman with trespassing and disrupting official government operations. Now, fortunately, they won't have to build a case off of just the body cam footage and his bragging in Bumble DMs. Why? Because this dude was running his mouth on Facebook too, flexing about having broke into the Capitol building.
Okay, so the thing that gets me is he must have seen everybody else getting arrested, right? Like buddies of him who were also there getting arrested and put on trial for this stuff. And not only did he brag about it in DMs to strangers on the internet he wanted to have sex with, not only did he do that, but then he brags about it on Facebook and talks to reporters. He might as well have just put like a decal on the back of his Ford saying, "Please arrest me. Please arrest me. I tried to overthrow the government."
Check this out. According to the government's complaint, Robert Chapman, whose Facebook profile appears to be under the name Robert Eric, posted these on or around January 6th. "Getting out of New York, expletive, gonna go down to the District of Criminality to enjoy some much-deserved entertainment." Then, about a day later, he posts, "I'm expletive inside the Capitol." He even changed his profile picture
Why?
to a mid-riot.
Why? Why? You know all those people who like post online pictures of them committing crimes with like all the stacks of money and them cutting cocaine and stuff? This is 10 times stupider than that, because you're doing this about a national news story as it's occurring and everybody's trying to get as much information about it as physically possible. As physically possible. The thing is, nobody cares really about the individual case of somebody like cutting cocaine or selling dope or whatever, or you posing with your money. Nobody cares about that. This is somebody posing not only in like a national news story, but an international news story. This was reported on in Japan. This was reported on in Korea. This was reported on in Germany and Central Africa. All around the world this was reported on. And so not only does this dude post that he's going down there, he then posts that he's inside the Capitol, posts a picture of him as not only just a normal pic, as his profile pic of him in the Capitol, speaks to 2 reporters from well-established media organizations. And the thing that ultimately did hit him in is because he was down so bad, so unbelievably bad, that he had to brag and flirt on like, "Hey, baby, want to stop some democracy on Tuesday? Want to, hey, you know how I stormed the Capitol? That's how I want to storm your bedroom." Like, I don't even know, man. And to top it all off, man, the Wolverine look. He does look like exactly like somebody who somehow stumbled through everything else, didn't mess up, but then the horny is what did him in. 100% looks like it. Sadly, he will not be able to storm the pants like he stormed the Capitol. We'll have to instead storm a prison cell.
And of course, He posted a bunch of pics on Facebook of his criming at the Capitol.
More posts! More posts! How much more can you do?
Who chimed in. This dude wasn't even hiding in plain sight. He was begging to get caught. And he's not alone, because apparently a number of these jabronis have been openly bragging about their criming at the Capitol to the point that dating apps like Bumble, Tinder, and Match have had to issue a statement banning users from sharing January 6 riot pics.
Wait, what? Hello, can you all please not brag about the time you tried to overthrow the government and stop democracy from occurring? Can you open up with your hair is pretty instead of I tried to hang Pelosi, please? God, man. I guess fascists as of recent are pretty down, you know?
The foolishness really knows no bounds, right? Perhaps Chapman
Only Insurrectionist.com.
that they'll find a love connection somewhere else, and it may possibly be behind bars.
Onlyfash.com. Oh God. Okay. Nah, man. I've never seen somebody so. Oof. Sorry, buddy. You're not wooing anybody today with your stories of over almost like. You're not wooing anybody today. Terrible. Anyway, that story was funny. I just wanted to cover it quick. Thought it was a funny story.